Hi, we're on the bus to South Durban refinery. We've got 2 bus loads full of people taking the toxic tour and participating as international support for the first Rights of Nature action in South Africa.
I am Robin Milam, and we are on the toxic tour. And today's focus is Rights of Nature. We are going to go to various sites in Durban which have been polluted, and then we're going to end up at the engine refinery where Desmond Desai and Cormac Cullinan and Tom Goldtooth and Pablo Salone and others will be speaking about rights of nature and climate change and the on-the-ground action in Durban in South Africa around climate change and cleaning up this place called Planet Earth and Durban.
Kind of cancer and leukemia and asthma. So, I'm a product of forced removal during the apartheid when they brought the military. Took us with trucks and dumped us here and been destroyed. Or huge amount of chemicals in the fish. So it's quite dangerous, the fish that's coming off there. But poor people have no choice. If you're unemployed and you're hungry, you go and fish and you catch a fish and you eat it. But they've also noticed that the fish species, they're very limited species. Some of them have disappeared completely. So we get protected by the cops. But there's the refinery. But we're going to go right on top of the refinery as well. We go right on top. So if you want to get on top of photos, we will go right on top of the refinery. So the river doesn't exist anymore. And in the canal, all the outfalls from the paper industry and from the other industries go through it. We've got 3 big issues here. We've got the biggest petrol spill in Durban, under people's houses in 2001. We've got, who's seen the film Aaron Brockovich? We've got Chrome 6. He doesn't want to go that way. I have to check.
Maybe you can see.
They already know you're sick. They already know you're dying of cancer and leukemia, and they don't want to be held responsible. So what they do is, you have to go through a medical. And then based on the medical, they say, well, I'm sorry, we don't have a job for you after a while. We've taken the best candidate. They don't tell you that you were sick.
From our hotel, I came down here.
You did? So we have the refinery. So the refinery's right here. And the effluent from the refinery comes right out through this canal, which used to be a river, and goes right out to the sea. People fish right there.
Caught on fire in November, the 19th of November, 2007. And there was a lightning on that night, and what do you think they said? They said it was an act of God. What happened is that the lightning conductors, these tanks were maintained for many years. They used to be white. Only recently they started to paint them and make them what we call greenwash. Different weather patterns in the past couple of weeks that never before have we seen. In fact, we thought we were in winter in summer. And in summer we were in winter in summer. We had the opposite effect. And we think that we know for a fact that there are areas in KZN, in the province, where they don't see water, they don't see rain for months on end.
Police don't want us to cross the street to the refinery.
protect. And that is huge news. That is huge news for everybody, because we have proved that we have the right to decide. Because nothing is really happening, has a really great opportunity of bringing us together. And what's happening right here is that all of us know that this system is not working, that we don't need to change the climate, we need to change the system. We don't need to change the climate, we need to change the system. And we know that, and we are aware of that. And if we want to change the system, what we need to do is we need to start thinking, what are we doing to our Mother Earth? And when we recognize rights of nature, that can unite us all. That can unite the social movement, that can unite the environmental movement, that can unite the women's movement, the youth movement, because everybody is here on the same planet.
We must respect the limits. We must understand that we cannot carry on polluting the atmosphere and not expect there to be harm to fall in our community. We also recognize that as in South Africa, we will never have a healthy community unless we respect the rights of all. And that means the rights of all, the rivers, the trees, the other species to play their part in contributing to the health of the whole Earth community. The whole Earth community from which all our well-being is derived. And they adopted a Universal Declaration to complement the Universal Declaration of Human Rights and the Universal Declaration to Africa. And that is what we mean. We need to re-establish that connection between us, the people, and the land that gives us meaning, the land that makes us African, the land that supports us, the land that creates a future for our children. So I say to you, Maibuye, Africa! Africa, Maibuye! Thank you, Dominic. Those who profit from the people, those who profit from Mother Earth must be dismantled. Today we're sending out a clear message that Mother Earth is the most important issue in our lives, in our family lives, and in our children. Today our message is clear, that the polluters who have created the climate crisis must not be part of the discussion or the negotiation or the solution. You're gonna tell me that the refinery that is over 50 years old, who's had over 20 explosions and fires, can be part of the solution? It can never be. How can it be? How can it be? How can a refinery that has leaking pipes, that has exploded, that has dumped its poison on the children and on our families in South Durban be part of a solution? No! Never! Never! You cannot tell me a murderer can be part of a solution to find to ensure that nobody kills. Now!
Rights of nature now! Rights of nature now! Rights of nature now!